Now, I think most of you all that know me and watch my channel will know I'm not the kind of person that goes around yelling about activist judges or anything like that. I don't complain about our court system. I think we have one of the best court systems in the entire world. I think our legal system is second to pretty much no one. I think we do a pretty good job. But just because I believe in our court system, just because I believe in our legal system, doesn't mean I don't believe in pointing out when something I think is very dangerous or very wrong happens inside that very system. Just recently, while ruling on Connecticut's assault weapons ban, a judge said something that I think is one of the most un-American things I've ever heard and one of the most dangerous statements I've ever heard. This judge, U.S. District Judge Alfred Covello, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, he's an appointee by George W. Bush. So this isn't like a super liberal appointed by a liberal president. This is a guy that was appointed by a very conservative president, a neocon as a matter of fact. He made a statement that I was just appalled by. When ruling on whether the ban was constitutional, he said this: "While the act burdens the plaintiff's Second Amendment rights, it is substantially related to the important governmental interest of public safety and crime control." Now let's look at what that says. While the act burdens the plaintiff's Second Amendment rights. Basically that's saying this does infringe upon your Second Amendment rights. It is an infringement of your Second Amendment rights. Now let's look at the second part of that. They're basically saying we're infringing it, but we can because it's in the best interest of the state, the best interest of the powers that be, to do this to prevent crime, to maintain control, to maintain order. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that what England was trying to do? Wasn't that what the king was trying to do to our founding fathers before this country was formed? When they tried to disarm them the first time, wasn't that to maintain order? Wasn't that to maintain the rule of law? Isn't that why the Second Amendment was written the way it was? That our right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. It doesn't say shall not be infringed unless the powers that be see it beneficial to them to do so. That's not what it says. It says shall not be infringed. I don't think there's any conditions in there anywhere that gives the government the right to say, well, we can infringe it when it suits us or when it benefits us, which is basically what that statement says to me. Now, if someone can explain to me a way that that statement can be taken that doesn't sound like that, I'm willing to listen. But to me, that's pretty much the only way I've seen that I can take that statement. And like I said, not only is this one of the most un-American things I've ever heard, it's clearly one of the most dangerous statements I've ever heard come from an official of the U.S. court system. It's also the perfect illustration of why we have to all stand behind the people in states like Connecticut that are fighting these battles right now. Because if we allow judgments like this, if we allow ideas like this to stand and set precedent, these aren't just the battles that these people in these anti-gun states are going to be fighting. These aren't just their anti-gun laws that they're having to deal with. Those are going to be our battles and our laws before you know it.